the day I got a bonus at work, my husband's sister called me and said, "You need to buy me a car. It's the least you can do." My husband just shrugged and said, "She's family, just do it." I smiled and said, "Sure, I'll get you something even better." Her smile disappeared when she opened the envelope and saw what I really gave her. I work a tough job in finance. I deal with numbers, deadlines, and a lot of stress. The job pays well, but it's not easy. I've had many sleepless nights, missed weekends, and cut short vacations because of work. But it all felt worth it when I finally got a big bonus, $30,000. I was proud of myself. My husband, Nathan, 38, was happy too. We planned to save most of it and maybe take a vacation. Then came Amanda, 32, his younger sister. Amanda is terrible with money. She's never had a real job and always jumps from one failed business idea to another. One year she was selling overpriced oils. Another year she was trying to be a life coach, with no real experience. Even though she's always broke, she still gets her nails done, buys the latest phones, and carries fancy handbags. She never pays for her own car. She always gets someone else to do it, her parents, boyfriends, or guilt-tripping Nathan. I've never liked how she treats him. She uses him, and he lets her. So I wasn't shocked when, just a few hours after I got my bonus, she called. "Amanda, hey, congrats on your bonus, that's amazing." Her voice was fake sweet. She always talked like that when she wanted something. Thanks. I knew something was up. She never calls just to be nice. "Amanda, so, my car's basically dead. You should buy me a car. It's the least you can do." I laughed, thinking it was a joke. Wait, what? "Amanda, you got a big bonus, right? And you don't have kids, so you don't need all that money. It'd be super easy for you to buy me a car. Come on, it's not a big deal." I was shocked. She doesn't even work, and here she was demanding my hard-earned money. Amanda, no, just no. Then Nathan, sitting nearby, looked up and said something that made me furious. "Nathan, she's family, babe, just do it." Like it was no big deal. Like I was supposed to just give thousands of dollars to someone who refuses to work. I looked at him. He just shrugged. Maybe he thought saying yes was easier than arguing. Either way, I was mad. But I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just smiled. You know what, Amanda? You're right. I should get you something, and I will. Something even better. She paused, then got excited. "Amanda, OMG, really? You're the best." Nathan didn't say anything. He just went back to his phone. But I had a plan. The next day, I drove to Amanda's house. She ran outside, smiling. She thought I was there to give her car keys. She thought she had one. I reached into my bag and pulled out an envelope. She looked confused. "Amanda, what's this?" Open it." She tore it open like a kid opening a gift. Then silence. Her smile disappeared. "Amanda, what the hell is this?" It's a fully paid financial literacy course, so you can learn to manage money and buy your own car." She looked like her brain broke for a second. "Amanda, are you serious?" Her face turned red, her fists clenched. She looked like she was about to attack me. Then she screamed, loud and sharp. She threw the envelope at me like it was poison. "Amanda, you are such a selfish, evil **TCH. Then she slammed the door. I stayed calm, turned around, and walked back to my car. When I got home, Nathan was waiting for me, looking annoyed. "Nathan, babe, was that really necessary?" I laughed at him. Are you serious? You told me to buy her something, right? I just made a better choice." Then, because I wasn't done, I added, "Or did you mean I should just give her thousands of dollars for doing nothing?" His mouth shut right away. But that wasn't the end of it. Oh no, Amanda wasn't done yet, and she was about to make things worse. I thought she'd just yell and move on. I was wrong. Because Amanda? She doesn't accept no very well. The next morning, I woke up to 20 missed calls, from Amanda, from Nathan, from my mother-in-law, and even an unknown number. My texts were full of angry messages. I scrolled through them, still half asleep. "Amanda, you humiliated me. Amanda, do you think you're better than me? Amanda, I told Mom what you did. She's furious. Nathan, call me, we need to talk. Unknown number, you're disgusting. I hope you lose everything." Turns out Amanda had posted on Facebook, twisting the whole story to make herself look like the victim. The post said, Money makes people heartless. My own sister-in-law, who just got a big bonus, refused to help me when I needed her. My car's dying, and I asked for help, not for anything fancy, just for a way to get to work. Instead, she gave me a class, like I don't know how to manage money. I've never felt so belittled. I hope karma gets her. The comments were crazy. OMG, what a selfish witch. Money changes people. You deserve better, girl. Some women don't want their husband's family around. Classic manipulation. She's trying to make you feel small. Don't let her. I wanted to throw my phone. The entitlement was shocking. I turned to Nathan, still in bed, scrolling through his phone. Me, did you see what your sister posted? He sighed deeply. Nathan, yeah, she's being dramatic. I'll talk to her. That should have made me feel better, but I knew how these talks went. Nathan would never really stand up to her. He'd try to calm her down, but never say she was wrong. And guess what? Amanda made it worse. Around noon, my phone rang. It was my mother-in-law, Deborah. Now, Deborah wasn't as bad as Amanda, but she'd always supported Amanda's behavior. I answered, knowing what it was about. Deborah, sweetheart, we need to talk about what happened. Sweetheart, that fake, syrupy tone she used when she wanted to guilt-trip me. Me, go ahead. Deborah, I think you should apologize. You know how sensitive Amanda is. She felt humiliated. She felt humiliated? She was the one demanding money from me like I was an ATM. Me, she should feel humiliated. She asked for thousands of dollars, and I gave her a way to earn her own money. I don't regret it. Silence. Then Deborah dropped the real reason for the call. Deborah, look, if you don't want to buy her a car, fine, but maybe loan her some money. She'll pay you back. I laughed, like a full body. Are you kidding me? Laugh. Me, Deborah, has Amanda ever paid anyone back? Silence. Deborah, well, no, but. Me, no. The answer is no. More silence. Deborah, I just don't want this to cause tension in the family. Ah, there it was. It wasn't about Amanda, it was about keeping the peace by giving her whatever she wanted. I took a deep breath. Me, Deborah, I love you, but I'm not giving her money, and I'm not apologizing for not being used. Deborah sighed. Deborah, I just wish you'd reconsider. Me, not happening. And I hung up. By evening, Amanda had gone off the deep end. She showed up at my office. I was in the middle of a meeting when my assistant buzzed in. Assistant, your sister-in-law is here. She says it's an emergency. I stepped outside, and there she was, red-faced, shaking, holding up her phone like it was evidence. Amanda, what the hell is this? I blinked. Me, what? She shoved her phone in my face. It was my own Facebook post. I'd written something earlier after seeing hers. It's funny how some people think family means you owe me money. I worked hard for my success, and I didn't owe anyone anything. If that makes me selfish, fine. The comments on Amanda's post were full of people agreeing with me, and Amanda, she was fuming. Amanda, how dare you make me look bad online? I laughed. Me, oh, sorry, you mean like how you lied about me on Facebook? She opened her mouth, then closed it because she knew I was right, but Amanda doesn't admit when she's wrong. Instead, she crossed her arms and smirked. Amanda, you just made a big mistake. Then she stormed out. After Amanda left my office, I thought it was over. I'd called her out, stood my ground, and made it clear I wasn't going to be bullied into giving her money, but I should have known better. Amanda doesn't just get mad, she gets even, and she was about to make my life miserable. 2 days later, while Nathan and I were having dinner, my phone buzzed with a fraud alert from my bank. Bank rep, we've noticed suspicious activity on your account. Please call us immediately. I almost ignored it, but something didn't feel right, so I called. That's when my stomach dropped. Bank rep, hi, we flagged some unusual transactions. Someone tried to withdraw $5,000 from your account this morning. Me, what? Bank rep, did you authorize this? Me, no, absolutely not. Nathan looked confused as I put the phone on speaker. Me, where was the withdrawal attempted? Bank rep, it was at a downtown branch, but the teller stopped it because the person didn't have proper ID. I felt sick. Someone had walked into a bank and tried to steal $5,000 from my account. Me, do you have a name? Bank rep, yes. The person gave the name Amanda. Nathan froze. I couldn't believe it. Amanda had tried to steal from me. I had no idea how she got my banking info, but this wasn't just rude behavior, this was a crime. I hung up and turned to Nathan. waiting for his reaction. Nathan, no, no way, she wouldn't. Me, she did. Nathan, my bank just told me, are you still going to defend her? His face went pale, and he couldn't say anything. Nathan left the house immediately. I didn't have to tell him where he was going, straight to Amanda's apartment. I was shaking with rage. Amanda had always been selfish and manipulative, but this was something else. 2 hours later, Nathan came home, his face unreadable. He grabbed a beer from the fridge and sat down. Me, well? Nathan sighed. Nathan, she admitted it. My heart raced. Me, she what? Nathan, she said she was just testing something, that she didn't mean to take the money. I couldn't stop myself from laughing. Me, she tried to steal from me, and that's her excuse? Nathan, she swore she wouldn't do it again. She was crying. Mom was there too. She wants you to let it go. I couldn't believe this. Amanda tried to steal thousands of dollars from me, and Deborah still wanted me to keep the peace? I grabbed my purse and stood up. Me, where are you going? Me, to the police. That's when Nathan's face changed. He wasn't angry or surprised, he was scared. Nathan, wait, just wait. There's something I need to tell you. Something in his voice made me sit back down. Me, what? Nathan looked guilty, like he was about to drop a bomb on me. Nathan, Amanda wasn't the only one who had your banking info. I froze. Me, who else had it? Nathan took a deep breath. Nathan, Mom. I blinked. Me, your mom had my banking info? Nathan swallowed hard. Nathan, I might have given it to her a long time ago. She said she needed it for the family phone plan, but she was only supposed to use it for that. My whole world spun. Nathan had given my banking info to his mother, and now Amanda had somehow gotten her hands on it. Me, so you're telling me your family has had access to my money this whole time? Nathan winced. Nathan, I didn't think they'd do anything wrong with it. I felt sick. How could he be so careless? I had spent years dealing with Amanda's entitlement, with Deborah making excuses for her, and this entire time, they had access to my money, and now Amanda had tried to steal from me? I stared at Nathan, my voice shaking with fury. Me, I'm filing a police report, and I'm changing my account. His eyes widened. Nathan, baby, come on, it's just a mistake. Me, a mistake? A mistake is forgetting my birthday, a mistake is leaving the oven on. This was theft from your wife, and you're still defending them. He didn't answer, he knew he couldn't. Nathan stared at me, opening and closing his mouth like he didn't know what to say. I had just told him I was going to the police, that his sister tried to steal from me, that his mom gave Amanda my banking info, and that I was done being nice, but still, Nathan hesitated like he didn't want to face the consequences. That's when I realized Nathan wasn't on my side. He was still stuck in this delusion that his family could do whatever they wanted, and I'd just take it. Not anymore. I grabbed my keys and my purse. Me, I'm going to the police. Nathan panicked. Nathan, wait, just let me talk to them first. I laughed, actually laughed. Me, talk to them, so they can lie their way out of it? No. I turned to walk out, but Nathan blocked the door. Nathan, please, just give me a chance to fix this. Me, you had a chance. Nathan, you had so many chances. His eyes were desperate, but for the first time, I saw it, he was scared, not for me, not for Amanda, but for himself, because if I went to the police, his family would be exposed, and so would he. I took a deep breath. Me, fine, you have 24 hours, fix it. I grabbed my things, pushed past him, and walked out. The next evening, Nathan told me he'd arranged a family meeting. I had one condition, it had to be at his parents' house so no one could run away. When we arrived, Amanda was already pacing the room. Deborah sat stiffly on the couch, arms crossed, and Nathan's dad, who usually stayed out of things, stood silently in the corner. Amanda, I don't even know why we're here. I snorted. Me, oh, I think you do. Amanda rolled her eyes. Nathan sat down and ran a hand through his hair. Nathan, okay, we need to talk about what happened. Amanda, nothing happened. Nathan, she's being a psycho. I pulled out my phone. Me, really? Then why did my bank call me about an attempted withdrawal in your name? Amanda's face turned red. Amanda, I was just seeing if it would go through. I wasn't actually taking anything. I laughed. Me, you literally walked into a bank and tried to steal from me. That's called fraud. Amanda looked to Deborah for backup, and like clockwork, Deborah jumped in. Deborah, let's not use words like steal and fraud, okay? This is a misunderstanding. I turned to Nathan. Me, this is what you wanted to fix, them making excuses? Nathan rubbed his face, looking exhausted. Then, for the first time, Nathan's dad spoke. Nathan's dad, did you do it? His voice was low, serious. Amanda froze. That's when I saw how much she feared him. Amanda, I didn't mean to. Nathan's dad, did you do it? Silence. Then she nodded. Nathan's dad exhaled, then turned to Deborah. Nathan's dad, you let this happen. Deborah's eyes widened. Deborah, don't you dare blame me for this. Nathan's dad, you gave her access to their bank info, and you let this girl think she was entitled to their money. Now she's trying to commit fraud. This is your fault. Deborah was stunned, never having been called out before. She turned to Nathan, desperate. Deborah, tell him we were just trying to help Amanda. Nathan was stone-faced. Nathan, Mom, I can't defend this. Amanda shrieked. Amanda, are you kidding me? She turned to me, furious. Amanda, this is your fault. You turned Nathan against me. You ruined everything. And then she lunged at me. I barely had time to react before Nathan's dad grabbed her. Nathan's dad, enough. Amanda screamed like a child being scolded. That's when I realized she wasn't sorry. She was just angry she got caught. I pressed charges. Nathan didn't stop me. Amanda got a slap on the wrist, community service, a fine, and mandatory financial counseling. But the real punishment? Deborah cut her off. Nathan's dad was done. He told Deborah, either you stop enabling Amanda, or I leave. And suddenly, Deborah wasn't so supportive anymore. Amanda moved out. She got a job for the first time in her life. She hated me for it, but I was free. Nathan tried for weeks to fix things, but the truth was, I couldn't forgive him. He had betrayed my trust, not just by giving my banking info to his mom, but by consistently taking their side over mine. One night, after another pointless fight, I finally said it. Me, Nathan, I don't love you anymore. He looked devastated, but he knew. I had spent too many years fighting for a place in his life, and I was done fighting. I moved out. A month later, we didn't have a messy divorce. There were no fights, no lawyers, just quiet paperwork. Nathan texted me one last time after the divorce was finalized. Nathan, I'm sorry for everything. I stared at the screen, then I put my phone down and never answered. Some people think family means obligation, that you should put up with anything just because you share DNA, but I learned something important. Family doesn't mean forever. Respect does. And if someone doesn't respect you, you don't owe them anything. Not your time, not your money, not even your forgiveness. Walking away was the best thing I ever did.